Greetings, friends. Greetings, Fast Ed. It's good to see you still making shorts, brother. I always enjoy your content. Speaking of the fear of Paul and the disciples, in Acts 9, Paul was well known as a Pharisee with such zeal for persecuting Christians that he traveled to do so. Even as when he was saved by the Holy Ghost and he went from town to town as the Jews pursued him to persecute him and throw him in prison. That's what he was doing to other people. So you got a guy who's going around saying, "You sons of bitches, throwing them in prison, having them persecuted." And suddenly he's like, "Oh, praise Jesus Christ. Oh, brothers and sisters." They didn't believe him. They didn't believe him. How could the disciples of Jesus not have knowledge of the truth? Well, they didn't even believe Jesus. How much longer will I have to put up with you? Is that not what Jesus said to his own disciples? Because they could not cast the demon out of the boy? For a demon such as this can only be cast out through prayer and fasting. They followed Jesus, and yet they did not listen to him. Is that not the archetype of Peter, who, though being Jesus' most zealous disciple, was yet the most errant, whom Jesus called Satan? Jesus said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan," only to later say, "You are the rock upon which my church is founded," or built, or whatever. That rock being the archetype of the one who sins and repents with zeal, continuing to feed his sheep, right? To preach the gospel of resurrection of God in man to the people who have fallen away. So it is not the first instance in the New Testament of disciples not perceiving truth. Even disciples of the Christ have hard hearts. They discern the truth, but not entirely. Right? Do we not see God as through a mirror darkly? Does that make sense?